this is why I think everybody should have a dash cam, because you get to capture moments like this at 6:40 a.m. in the middle of DFW somewhere. Having purchased multiple cars over the last few years, I've grown to appreciate a lot of the technology that's been introduced. We recently just purchased a 2023 Cadillac XT6, and this car actually has a lot of cool features in it. And there's two things that this car has that I've never had in a car before. And number one is a digital rear view mirror, and number two is a built-in dash cam system called Cadillac Surround Vision. And because of this, I've actually fallen in love with having a full-blown OEM system. That way there's less clutter on your windshield. Luckily, there's a lot of aftermarket options now to add those features to basically any car. In today's video, I'm actually going to show you an all-in-one solution that I think does it the best, because not only does it have all the functionality that I get with this car, but it adds a lot of things like speedometer, GPS, night vision, parking meter, etc., etc. I don't traditionally like to keep promoting products on my YouTube, but when I find something that I think is actually worth it, between all the offers that I get to review videos, I like to post them and hope that maybe it helps solve a problem for somebody else. And that's where Pelsee comes in, which is the unit that I will be covering today. It's going to show you your speed, it's going to show you your location, it's got tons of options. This thing is awesome. It's so loaded. It comes with a dual camera, it's got a massive screen. I mean, look at the size of that thing. It brings my whole interior into the 2020s. So in this video, we're going to unbox it. We're going to check out the footage. We're going to check out the features, how to set it all up. And although they sent me this camera, I am going to give you my honest feedback. So let's dive right in. Not only does it have a really nice resolution screen, it comes with dual cameras with a 4K in the front and a 2.5K in the back. It also has a Starlit redefined full color night vision sensor that actually makes night footage look really, really good. And the reason the footage looks so good is because it's powered by Sony Starvis sensors. The camera does come with a really full featured app, which we'll show you later, but really the standout features are going to be the GPS, the speedometer, as well as the driving assist features. So let's check out what you get in the box. First of all, you get the really premium feeling mirror. You get the GPS unit. You get the lighter power adapter, OBD2 power cable, rear camera, the manual, the trim tool, straps, SD card, all the wipe, all in one package. And of course, the camera itself. And look at how nice this looks. Super high-end build quality. Doesn't feel flimsy, doesn't feel cheap. I'm excited to go power this on, so let's go. At this point, you can watch my install video, or you can come back to it later on if you just want to check out the footage. I did take my time installing this because I wanted to tuck all the wires, so it may help you. So here we are in the car. This is the new mirror, and that is the old mirror, so you can already see the size difference is pretty big. Basically what you do is you take these little straps and you tie it around there. You put one there, you wrap that, and then you basically wrap it around and tuck it in there. But you have to be careful, the camera's right there, so it might be a little lopsided, but not much. And then same thing on this side, slide that in there, and that's it. Now you've got your mirror, and I can adjust it accordingly, so that's about where I want it. Let's take that off for now. I wanted to show you guys how to mount it. It's a pretty simple process. And we're gonna take this off, and I'm going to hook up all the cables. Mine came with two powering options. It came with an OBD2 power cord, but it also came with the standard lighter adapter cord. My lighter adapter is right there, so I'd rather have this closed if I don't need to have it open. Otherwise, you could use this one as well. But today I'm going to try this one. And then the other things we have to add is the backup camera, which goes right here, the micro SD slot, and then the GPS. So I'm going to try to figure out how to wire all of this. For the GPS module, I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to tuck all the wires up here. Basically, I'm just pulling my trim down and shoving it in. You could take your time and do this a little bit better than I am if you really want to. Now let's tuck this wire and plug this thing in and check out the features. Get under there. In there. Tuck this. Yep. So push that in there. And down here, my OBD2 port is, plug that in. And now I'm going to tuck this in up here. All right, so here it is powered on. I'm going to actually plug in the SD card, and then I'm going to install the rear camera, and then we'll talk through the features. So 64 gig SD card included.
Formatting completed.
Alrighty, formatting completed. Oh, I love this. Look how big that display is. It is so good. So I'm going to plug in the rear camera, and just see what the interface looks like, and then we'll go install the rear camera. A lot of people opt to route through their trim here and then run the camera basically right above the license plate and then mount it right here. So I'm going to take all this out, and you may not be willing to risk this on your car, so don't do it if you don't want to, but I am on this car. Unplug. Factory camera is right there. So what I'm gonna do is mount this right here, which I believe is right here. So in the package, you do get an adhesive. It also comes with 2 tiny little screws. And then I'm gonna figure out how to route the wire. Right there. And that's where I'm gonna run the cable through. So I gotta make that hole a little bit bigger because basically this has to run through there. All right, so I use the really big drill bit, this through here, and there is the wire. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of an eyesore, it's not centered, but again, I don't really care on this car. So the cable is connected here, that's popping out of there. There's probably a lot easier ways to do this, but basically I ran the wire from in here to in here. Now it's tucked all the way in here. I was trying to tuck the wire in here, but I can't get this trim to come apart, and then I would have to take all of this apart to run the wire. If you're going to do this for a very long-term car, you can install it as clean as possible, so I'm actually going to tuck it right into this trim. Now when I get here, I have a choice of going up through the B-pillar top or go down, and I think I'm just gonna go up. There are airbags here, so you want to be very careful and not getting wires in front of the airbag. And now that we are here, I'm gonna run it along the top. So let's try it without this. Oh shoot, it's so hot that this just came off.
Leftward lane departure.
The parking monitor feature with this camera is so easy to use because it has an optional OBD2 port power supply, which is compatible with most vehicles. This will let it save time-lapse videos that cover about 45 minutes at a time. During this time, if the G sensor is triggered, then it will actually automatically lock that video. So that way you don't lose any footage for an incident that you may be looking for. If you don't have the OBD2 port capability, you can order a hardwired kit. So I'm going to set up the smart driving feature. So I'm going to go driving assist first for the front. You're supposed to align this dot up with the horizon. So I'm going to put that right there. And then we're going to do the back. Okay, so that is up. Let's go try this out. So it is recognizing these cars. So it's telling me lane departure, and it is detecting these cars.
Watch for front collision.
Okay, and then it gives you a warning that, hey, you're coming up real close to a car.
Front vehicle starts.
The front vehicle started. Let's see. My one big recommendation is to mount the rear camera as close to the middle as you can, because I think that's the only time these are effective. But even the rear camera is picking up the cars that are around, so that's pretty cool. So I think you can look up and down, which is kind of cool. You can make it brighter, darker, whatever. So if you just swipe, it'll actually swap the front and back. If you turn it on, you can tap the screen. Oh, there's also a power button down here. So if you just don't want the screen on anymore, you can just tap the little power button down there. Man, it's actually a really good sensor. Like even the rear camera looks so good. So it looks like you can actually watch the videos on the camera. So File Explorer. There you go. Let's check these out. That is cool. Setting up the Pelsee app is super easy. Just go to your app store and download the app called Pelsee Camera. On your camera, go to the home screen, go to settings, and then go to the Wi-Fi, and make sure you turn the Wi-Fi on. The app will then detect the camera, and you can now directly connect to it. The app is very full-featured. You can actually stream your camera, you can look at old videos, you can also change every single setting possible on the camera itself. When you're watching a video on the app itself, it actually shows you the speed and the GPS location of where that video was filmed. So, final thoughts. Despite being provided with this camera through Pelsee, I want to be honest and make sure that you understand any shortcomings that this has. I only really have two small gripes with the camera itself, and they're really not that big. Number one, every now and then the rear camera is flipped and is not mirrored. So that way I have to go into the settings and change it to be mirrored so that way it looks right. There you go. We should be on a newer version. Yep, it looks like it's looking the right way now. So, all right, well, props to the company for fixing that issue. Number two, if you're not using the digital screen and you're using the camera as a mirror, it can look a little warped at times. Because I've been using the digital screen, it really isn't that big of a concern. As for the driving assist features, they're good. They're not going to replace your OEM functionality, but at least you can turn certain ones off and certain ones on. They definitely help by sending out alerts, and I do think it's a good step in the right direction. This form factor may not be for everybody, but if you're looking for a solution that consolidates everything on your mirror into one big solution, then this is the right choice for you. As I mentioned earlier, I don't like pushing products on my page constantly. I don't want to have that YouTube channel that's just doing promo code. But when I see a product that actually enhances my daily drive, I actually like to promote it. So use the links below because it does help me out, but also it does give you the best price. Hopefully this does help any of you that are looking for an all-in-one solution. Thanks for watching and all the support. See you next time. Bye.